I am Ramona, and welcome to Ramona Interviews. And with me in the chair today is Deb Cary. She's going to talk to us about the brook. No, it's not really called the brook, but I thought that was a nice, catchy little way to bring us into and steer us around the great trails, the wonderful educational experience, this little gem right here in Worcester. You don't have to climb all the way up the big hill at Wachusett to take some great hiking trails. They have activities. Oh, Deb, you just got to fill us in. Broad Meadow Brook, what's happening?
All right. Well, that was a fabulous introduction. Thank you so much. Yes, Broad Meadow Brook, right here in Worcester, southeast part of the city, right off of Grafton Street on Massasoit Road, 400 plus acres, 7+ miles of hiking trails. You got out there. You really made my day because you didn't just ask, you went and explored firsthand. It's named after Broad Meadow Brook, which flows through the area, and we've been there 20 years. This is coming up on our 20th anniversary in 2011. So open to the public, free for all Worcester residents. So really something I hope people will come explore. So I appreciate the chance to talk more about it.
Yeah. Again, how many trails are there? If you come up through the drive, come off Massasoit Road in Worcester, you come up the drive and you park. And there's a visitor center there. And then as you look at the board, okay, you kind of walk down. And I have to say, very clean, very neat. I mean, neat, it's nature. That's not what I mean. But I mean, there was no great obstruction. You could actually wear sneakers. You didn't have to have hiking boots. It wasn't that rocky at that point. And the trails that we did were very easy. It's very family friendly. You know, so a lot of families with kids, you know, coming down and checking it out. And it also has different layers. But some of the closer trails, how long does it take to do those trails? Just so someone who wants to go would have an idea.
Exactly. That's a great question because it's really set up so you can go for short, longer, even longer walks, as you might imagine. So, for example, what you just described, right behind the visitor center, one of the best improvements we made in the last 3 years is we were able to get a grant from the state, a trails grant, to fund a all-person trail to make our what had been a very steep, straight drop down, a switchback trail, so that people can easily get down to what is a boardwalk going through kind of a nice little marshy area and frog pond.
And frog pond, that's right.
Then that's one of our favorite destination points. So that boardwalk is under construction right now. We expect to finish it by the middle of the summer. And that will allow you to not only get down the trail along the marsh to the frog pond, but also all the way to the brook. Even if you're in a wheelchair or using a stroller or a walker, you know, anybody who, or maybe you've just recovered from an operation and you need firm footing. So that trail link brings you down to the brook, and then you can do a little loop around on what we call our Enchanted Forest Trail. That might take you half an hour, 45 minutes to do that loop, and you get to cross the brook twice, which is always nice because our brook crossings are lovely old stone bridges. And one of our plans in the future, though, is not to replace it, but also have a wooden accessible bridge, a handicapped accessible bridge too, so that you can have your choice. But if you want to walk longer than 45 minutes, there's absolutely bigger loops that you can look at the trail map and take. And we also really pride ourselves in making sure no one gets lost. Like if you get lost at Broad Meadow Brook, I'm insistent you have to come talk to me and let us know because we try so hard to make it really clear, easy to follow. We want people to be comfortable. And like you said, the footing is usually quite easy. We try to, you know, keep our muddy spots dry, you know, keep our trails nice and open, sort of like walking through a doorway. You know, one of our biggest programs is our summer camp, and our summer camp has higher enrollment than ever before, which is very exciting. You know, we start week after next, and we run right through the middle of August. So if people are wondering what to do with their children for the summer, I hope they'd consider it.
Yeah, is that a day camp?
It's a day camp. We have 2-week sessions for the most part. We have some 1-week sessions for really younger kids, but for the most part, we really focus on 2 weeks at a time because then we really have a chance to engage them. They get comfortable. Hopefully, you know, they become like that child you described. They're so at home and feeling knowledgeable that, you know, they'll show an adult what's going on. And
what do they do during the day at the camp in the summer?
Well, they're
during
out
the course of that
yeah,
2
they're
weeks,
out,
what would they be doing?
Well, they're outside a great deal. You know, we have a wonderful 20 by 40 tent, so they can be outside even if it's a little bit misty or rainy. We have a lovely visitor center, as you saw, and a big program room. So it is a combination of indoor and outdoor activities, but out as much as we can and out on the trails. You know, everything from ponding, where they get to scoop and see what they can find in the water, or at the frog pond, or along the brook, or hiking up to, you know, we have some wonderful, really like field areas up by the power lines, and look for butterflies, because that's a fabulous area for that. We also have hawks. We often have, you know, nesting populations. We had a Cooper's hawk one year with a nest nearby, quite aggressive actually, so you had to, you know, teach the kids to be a little cautious. We even had 2 baby screech owls a couple of years ago, so it's really quite amazing what you can find in the city. So they'll be out looking for wildlife, looking for signs of wildlife, whether you like this or not, but one way you can tell what animals come by is scat, you know, and so we have kids who learn all the different signs of animals, whether it's tracks or scat, or little gnaw marks. We have beavers on the sanctuary, so we often go up in the north part of the sanctuary and look for, you know, where beavers have been chewing on sides of trees, or even, you know, taking them down.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And what age group does that cover?
I think we're 3.5 for some of the younger, right up to 17. And there are over 79 different documented species at Broad Meadow Brook.
No.
Yeah.
So this is the butterfly place.
Yeah, it is the butterfly. We're the sanctuary with the most butterflies of all the other sanctuaries, although they're all fighting to document more than us, but they haven't yet. Good. So yeah, so we have a number of programs.
Worcester First already here?
Yes.
Already here?
That's it. I had never put it that way.
But it is.
I like that.
So everybody's got to check out the brook, Broad Meadow Brook. What's the address? 414
Massasoit Road.
In Worcester.
Right.
And what's the website?
It's www.massaudubon.org, and then just find your way and click on Broad Meadow Brook.
Thank you, Deb Cary, for coming on.
Oh, thank you, Ramona. This was really fun.
There's a million things going on. It has to be checked out. One of Worcester's great gems, Butterfly First, we have it here in Worcester. It's just amazing. I'm always finding something new about this city. Explore it, enjoy it, because it's here. And for Worcester residents, it's free. And I think that's marvelous. What a great gift, both when you enjoy nature and get something out of it, and when, again, it is returned to you by other people's generosity. I am Ramona. You've been watching Ramona Interviews. Have a wonderful week, Worcester. See you at the brook.